In a year where most communities have had to give up events and programs that they've come to rely on year after year, Addison Township has done their very best to make sure that the services and programs and things that people count on in Addison have continued. And one of the most important things has been their giving tree. We are at the Addison Township Gymnasium right now, surrounded by gifts for families here in Addison, and I'm with Addison Township Supervisor Dennis Ravaletti and Mayor Rich Veenstra here to talk about what's going on here and how this gymnasium is about to empty out because all of these things are about to be delivered. So Dennis, tell us about this program, not only from the history of it, but the changes that you've had to make and certainly the challenges that you've faced in this crazy year.
Well, thank you, Dory, and thank you, Mayor, for being here today. I thought it was important to invite the community into the gym, the event center here, to understand exactly what the Giving Tree is. I know that many people are aware of it throughout the village for a number of years, it started out to help some families in need. It's now grown. We're going to be helping over 200 families, almost 1,000 children, and we've had great community support in a time where a number of people are finding more hardship than we've seen ever before. And I think it's a testament to this community, to the township, to the people who have donated, to the different businesses who have helped out, that this community stands strong and supports its own. And so I'd like to thank my staff. I'd like to thank everybody who's been involved. We've had donations from local families, from employees and staff throughout District 4, 88, a number of our faith-based churches, a number of businesses have helped out, and the Addison Women's Group. We've had a large swath of the community stepping up. And this year was even more difficult because less people have been able to come out and volunteer. We started later because we coordinate with District 4. We use people that are participating in our food pantry. We work with those clients, and then we cross-reference those folks with District 4 to make sure we're not leaving any local children or any local families out. And with school starting later and with school not being in session, it made it even more difficult to address those needs.
So where did these donations come from, primarily from organizations or individuals or businesses?
So we reached out to the different churches and governmental entities and businesses, and then they took tags, they distributed out to their employees and to those families. And for the last week or so, we've seen them, the families returning these wrapped gifts that you see ahead of us here. And then staff has been organizing that with the different tags that were given out to the entities, and those are being returned, and they will be distributed later today.
So who will be distributing them?
So Addison Township staff will be here from 11 o'clock to the end of business today. It goes on again tomorrow. The District 4 has been tremendous, and my staff has been tremendous in notifying the families, making sure they're here on time. These are already wrapped gifts, and many of the requests that the children have made have been fulfilled. And it took a lot to organize this in a very short period of time, so my hat's off to all of them for helping out with that.
How do the numbers compare this year to what you've done in past years as far as families, children?
You know, every year is a little bit different. These numbers are up, I think substantially, where we have seen in our food pantry where we went from serving 350 families a month. At one point we were serving 600 families a week, and you see that continuing over into this. I would say we're probably double of where we've been at, and people have stepped up to make the difference. It's very hard to tell that anything has changed, except my staff will tell you how much it's changed. I haven't had to deal with it as directly as they've had to, but they've stepped up, stayed extra hours, and worked in a way to make sure that this is very smooth. The other thing we're doing is our foundation, with the help again of people throughout the area and businesses, is giving each family that comes in a ham and the sides, and we're giving them a 36-pound box of produce, milk, dairy products, and meat to help them throughout the holidays as well. So they don't know that that's coming, but they will here very shortly. And I think that that's a perfect way to help them through the holidays. It's been difficult for all of us, but especially those that have lost their jobs, that are underemployed, and trying to figure out how to make ends meet so that at least they can enjoy the holidays.
Absolutely. Mayor Veenstra, you've heard obviously from the residents about the challenges they've faced this year. I'm sure you are very proud to have an organization like this here in Addison, especially when just a few years ago you worked very hard to consolidate the food pantries so that people kind of had a point to go to.
Yeah, you know, Addison has always been the village of friendship, and you know, in the recent years where we've had issues, the COVID certainly standing out, we've walked the talk as a community. We really have come together. Dennis and his team at the Township have been remarkable in the outreach and the work and the effort they put in. Truly intergovernmental cooperation with the schools. The village has supplied workers from our public works to help in distributions. So what we've seen really is a coming together of the village to meet the needs and to exceed those needs. It's really something that, you know, you tend as mayor to get a little down when you see all the issues that we're dealing with because of COVID, but to see the community rally together really brings up everybody's spirits, and you know, that's what this time of year really is about. And I think Addison really is showing who we are as a community by what we're doing right now.
You've talked about the fact that you know, the mayor's community charity ball, for instance, couldn't take place this year, which is a major fundraiser for a lot of these organizations, and yet the services they provide continue even though they don't have this fundraiser, and those organizations have rallied around.
Yeah, to me it's remarkable. We sent out a letter announcing that the mayor's ball wasn't going to happen this year, but underscoring the need that the 17 charities still have a lot of work to do and still need the support that they've been getting in past years. And to date, we have had over $15,000 donated by people who would have normally gone to the mayor's ball. So that again speaks to the integrity and the fiber of who we are as a community. It's very, very reassuring and very gratifying.
Dennis, I know that you have some organizations and businesses that you want to recognize that have really stepped up this year.
And I do, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank all of these people. These are folks that have stepped up with us throughout the entire, throughout the years, but in particular stepping up in the pandemic. And we have a foundation, it's a 501c3. We have a number of new participants that are active contributors, a number of businesses and folks. So if I could just take a moment to thank the Addison Knights of Columbus, Addison Firefighters Association, the Tavello Group, Rossi Contractors, Metropolitan Family Services, State Representative Kathleen Willis, Arjo Incorporated, Medina Flying Carpets, the Neural Network, Edward D. Jones here in Addison, the Scottish Rite Cathedral Association, Prince of Peace Church, Good Samaritan United Methodist Church, the Addison Kiwanis, the Medina Mini Choppers, Millennium Bank, TNT Management Group, Frankie's Hot Dog and Pizza, the DuPage County Farm Bureau, DFJ Incorporated, Maury Milk, March Equipment here in Addison, European Imports and Exports, the Addison Police Department, Domtar, SWD, IHOP, Tony here in Addison, Martins Point, Hustle and Strength and Performance, the Elmhurst Airborne, and the Elmhurst Corporate Federal, and many other generous people. So I hope I didn't leave anybody out. There have been a number of people who stepped up, and I want to make sure they received special recognition.
And is it too late to make donations for this year?
It is not too late. We have a number of families that have reached out to us on Facebook and have called in. We have them on a waiting list. But if we have anything that we can contribute to them, we will definitely make sure that we will help them out.
Absolutely. Thank you both for being with us. Addison Township is really stepping up to make the holidays brighter. Another organization or group that is working for the same goal is our Addison Police Department and Addison Fire Protection District. We'll take a look inside now with Shop with a Hero.
We are at the Village Hall Rotunda, just alongside the grand Christmas tree with Addison's Mayor, Rich Veenstra. Mayor Veenstra, tell us what's going on here today. A lot of police officers and firefighters here and yourself. What's happening here today?
Well, this is an activity that I'm very, very proud of. You know, you see a lot of negativity on TV about police and first responders, and this is what it's really all about. For years, the Addison Police Department and the Addison Fire District have worked together for Shop with a Hero. And historically, they've taken up collections, they've taken money out of their own pockets to buy gifts for the needy children of Addison. And we've usually held the event at Walmart, where the kids were able to actually go and shop and buy things for themselves, but more often for their siblings and for their parents. And this was something that we felt was really important. It typified community policing, it typified what our police department and fire districts are really about in terms of helping people. And we were very concerned this year with the COVID, which limited our activities in so many different arenas. But they were very, very committed to doing what they do and helping the people that they help, and came up with this alternative. So this year, we're actually bringing Christmas to the actual residents. So instead of the kids coming into Walmart, we're going out to each home and delivering Christmas gifts to them. So a little different spin this year, but the need is there, and the desire is there, and the generosity of both our police department and fire district is here. So that's really what we're doing today.
Now you'll be joining with the police and fire officials as they go out today to make those visits. Why do you get personally involved in something like this? Why do you feel it's important to support it?
You know, I think the soul of the community is really with its population, and knowing what's going on, feeling and understanding the situations that everybody experiences. We're a very diverse community, and what's good for one person or what happens in one person's life is not necessarily what happens in somebody else's. And I want to make sure that we have the opportunity to share and help people where they need help, and that's part of what we do as elected officials.
Very good. Mayor Veenstra, thank you very much for sharing a few moments with us today. And
thank you.
Enjoy the day as you work with the Shop with a Hero group.
Thanks very much.
We now have representatives of the Addison Police Department and the Addison Fire Protection District. And first, I'd like to introduce Officer Melvina Sabansky, Crime Prevention Officer with the Addison Police Department. Officer Sabansky, could you introduce the group that is with you here and tell us why police and fire are getting involved in Shop with a Hero today?
Absolutely. So on my left, I have Chief Tim Hayden. On my right, I have Officer Kazak and Fire Lieutenant Roger Bain. And the four of us are up here because it's a collaborative project that we do with Shop with a Hero. So every year we apply for grants, as well as we have partners in the community that help us gather funds for this event. We then reach out to District 4 schools and District 88 to nominate families that they feel will be in the most need and that could benefit the best from this event. And once we have the families, like I said, it's a collaborative project, and we work together on providing the necessary needs for the families. This year, we were able to purchase $100 gift cards for 79 kids. So we are very blessed and very grateful for everyone that contributed. Chief Hayden?
All right, thank you, Melvina.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas, Addison. Every year, and especially this year, and especially during COVID, we want to create an event that will bring a lot of cheer to the kids and families throughout the village of Addison. So the event that I'm talking about is the one that Melvina just described. It's the annual Shop with a Cop, or Shop with a Hero event, which we normally host at Walmart out on the west end of town. The problem is COVID and social distancing and all the things that go with that. So instead of hosting it at Walmart, which is one of our partners, we decided to create a new event. So I want to tell you a little bit about some of our sponsors here and some of the team members. It includes, of course, the mayor in the village of Addison, Walmart, the Browns from Overton Gear, Porter Pipe, SWD, Clyde's Donuts, Medina Shriners, AFD Firefighter Association, M&M Tools, Mike Brunst from the Knights of Columbus, men and women in uniform, like these police officers and firefighter Bing. And of course, Chief Walker will be here shortly. And I especially wanted to mention and give credit to Officer Sabansky, Officer Kazak, and Lieutenant Firefighter Bain. We gave them a project this year, and they took it on wholeheartedly. I already mentioned we couldn't do this at Walmart, so they had to find a way to do this in the community, and they did. We are actually going to deliver the gifts to the kids and their families individually, and we will be social distancing and we will be masked up. So we plan on doing that. We're going to deliver the cards to all of them. When was the last time you answered the door for a masked man? Probably never in your life, and I never thought it would happen, but it's happening nowadays. But ladies and gentlemen, if there's a will, there's a way. And the entire team is accomplishing a monumental task of organization, logistics, and coordination to bring some cheer to these families. So on Christmas morning, they will all get a chance then to open their Christmas gift and celebrate the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ, with gratitude and thankfulness. And on behalf of the mayor, the deputy mayor, the village clerk, the entire board, the village manager, as well as all the employees of the Village of Addison, the Addison Police Department, the Addison Fire Department, and of course all the volunteers and donators, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and God bless you during this Christmas season. Thanks.
Now we're with Fire Chief Scott Walker from the Addison Fire Protection District. Chief Walker, why does the Fire Protection District here in Addison get involved with the Shop with a Hero event?
All right, so we absolutely love the event. It's something we look forward to every year. We love giving back to the community. Unfortunately, everybody knows 2020 has been a little bit different, so when we found out this opportunity was happening this year, we wanted to jump at the chance, and we're really looking forward to getting out there and doing something that's somewhat normal in 2020.
Mm-hmm. This really kind of falls in line with the things that you do throughout the year, reaching out to the community and letting them know that along with the Addison Police Department and the Village of Addison, the Fire Department is right there along to support you 365 days a year, right?
Yes, that's correct. I mean, we love being involved with the community, so we love partnering with the police, with the village. You know, unfortunately, a lot of things we do, we see people at their worst, or we're helping people through really bad times, and we get an opportunity to participate in something that's not involving an emergency. It really makes us feel good, and it really makes our job seem worthwhile.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Chief Walker, for everyone at the Addison Fire Protection District, and good luck with the Shop with a Hero event today.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks for talking with us.
Thanks.
This is so nice. Get the beta.
Yeah, got it.
That's to make people remember that.
Are we all losing up? All right, everybody say cheese, because they're really going to be able to tell.
I'm smiling, I'm smiling. Who's smiling with their mask on?
Smile with your eyes.
Thank you.
And Group 2, Deputy Chief Selvig, Officer Spansky, Officer Kazak, Director Lidstrom, and all of FD personnel.
Anyone for us, I'll tell you. Do you want the four of us together again? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then the other one goes with the mayor. So this end?
Okay.
Let's go, Santa!
And then let's line the next ones up here. Put the rest of them in the bin. Yeah, and I can throw it in my car. All right, so. 949.